Do you know what it feels like to spend $500 on a course and realize, 3 weeks in, that it's not the course that's broken? It's you. Most people who buy a course like this do one of two things. They finish it in one sitting, feel inspired for 48 hours, and never open it again. Or they never finish it at all. It sits in their inbox like a piece of guilt they paid for. This isn't my story. It's my friend Derek's. He read the course slowly, over 3 months, and tested every single concept on himself before deciding whether it was worth the money. So today I'm telling you exactly what happened, concept by concept, so you can decide if you need to spend $500 or not. Before I get into it, comment one thing below. What's the last course, book, or program you bought and never finished? Don't lie. Everyone has one. Write it down, because by the end of this video you'll understand exactly why it didn't work, and it wasn't a lack of discipline. Chapter 1. The night Derek almost didn't buy it. 3 months ago, Derek was working a job he didn't hate, but didn't respect himself for either. He'd wake up at 8:45 for a 9 o'clock call, eat garbage, doom scroll for 2 hours a night, and tell himself Monday he'd fix it. Every Monday, for about a year. He'd bought courses before. A $200 productivity course he opened twice. A $150 fitness program he never started. So when he saw an ad for a $500 course promising 8 concepts behind lasting change, his first reaction wasn't excitement. It was contempt. Another guy in a blazer standing in front of a rented Lamborghini. But the ad said one line that stopped his thumb. It said, "You don't fail because you lack discipline. You fail because you're fighting your own life instead of working with it." He'd never heard it put that way. So he paid the $500, half expecting to feel stupid the next morning. Chapter 2. What was actually inside? No Lamborghini. No hype video. Just a plain dashboard and a message from the creator. Forget the 30-day challenge. Forget the 90-day transformation. Those are marketing. What you need is a way of moving through resistance instead of smashing into it. That was Concept 1. Concept 1. Hormesis. Hormesis is a real biological principle. A small, controlled dose of stress makes a system stronger, while a large dose destroys it. Cold exposure, fasting, lifting weights, all hormesis. The course applied it to habits. The dose of change you can handle right now is smaller than your ego wants to admit, and that's fine, because a dose too small to notice is still a dose. Derek didn't believe it would apply to something as unglamorous as his evening routine. So he tested it on the smallest stress he could tolerate. Not a 5-mile run. Just a cold 30 seconds at the end of his normal shower. 30 seconds. Day 1, he hated it and got out shaking. Day 6, he stopped bracing for it before he turned the handle. Day 14, he noticed something the course had warned him about. The habit wasn't making him tougher in the shower. It was making him stop flinching at everything else that was mildly uncomfortable that day. Concept 2. Choice architecture. The second concept came from behavioral economics, not folklore. Choice architecture is the idea that you don't need more willpower, you need to redesign the environment so the easy choice and the right choice are the same choice. Derek didn't add a habit this time. He removed one. He moved his phone charger from his nightstand to the kitchen counter. That's it. No app, no blocker, no willpower required. Within a week, he was falling asleep 20 minutes earlier without deciding to, and picking up a book instead, because the book was now the closest interesting object in the room. Chapter 3. The week Derek proved the course wrong. 4 weeks in, his company had a deadline crisis. He worked 60-hour weeks for 11 straight days. He put the charger back on his nightstand, just for now. He stopped taking cold showers. He was ordering delivery at midnight and waking up at 7:40 for calls he hadn't prepared for. He opened the course at 1 a.m. one night and typed into the community forum, "I think I broke it. I lost 2 weeks of progress in 11 days." The reply pointed him to a module he hadn't opened yet. Concept 3. Wu Wei. Wu Wei is a Taoist idea usually translated as effortless action, but the course's version was more useful than the poetic one. Stop fighting the current week. If the week is genuinely chaotic, Forcing your full system onto it just burns you out faster. Wu Wei isn't giving up. It's choosing not to add resistance to resistance that's already there. Concept 4. Sisu. Right next to it was Sisu, a Finnish word with no clean English translation, roughly, quiet, stubborn endurance in the face of something that should have already broken you. The course was blunt. Sisu isn't loud motivation. It's the unglamorous decision to do the smallest possible version of the thing, on the exact day you have every excuse not to. So on night 9 of the crisis, exhausted, Derek didn't do a cold shower. He ran the water cold for 5 seconds, not 30. It felt almost pointless. But the next night he did 15 seconds. The habit wasn't dead. It had just gotten smaller for a week, and Sisu was choosing not to let smaller become 0. Chapter 4. The parts of the course that actually surprised Derek. Concept 5. Nemawashi. This one reframed something Derek had been doing wrong the entire time. Nemawashi is a Japanese business term meaning laying the groundwork, quietly getting agreement and preparation done before anyone sees the visible decision. In habits, it means the first few weeks are not supposed to look impressive. You are doing invisible groundwork, rewiring a small reflex nobody else can see yet. Derek realized he'd been checking for visible proof way too early, expecting people to notice a change in him by week 3. The course's answer: nobody is supposed to notice yet. That's not failure, that's Nemawashi. The visible change comes after the invisible groundwork, not alongside it. Concept 6. Ma. Ma is a Japanese aesthetic concept about the meaningful empty space between things, the pause between notes in music, the blank space in a painting that makes the rest of it readable. The course applied it directly to burnout. A system with 0 built-in rest isn't disciplined, it's just a system waiting to snap. Ma means deliberately scheduling nothing, on purpose, as part of the plan, not as a failure of the plan. Derek added one rule: 1 evening a week with no habit tracking at all, no cold shower, no reading target, nothing to check off. The first week it felt like cheating. By the 3rd week it was the thing that let him keep the other 6 days consistent, because he wasn't dreading the system anymore. Concept 7. Kintsugi. This directly addressed the 11-day crisis. Kintsugi is the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with gold, so the crack becomes part of the object's value instead of something hidden. The course's version: the week you broke isn't a flaw you erase from the record, it's part of what makes the version of you that kept going afterward more credible than a version that never broke at all. Derek had broken plenty of streaks before this course, and every time, his instinct was to hide it, restart the counter, pretend week 1 never happened. Kintsugi was the first framework that told him to leave the crack visible. The break is part of the story, not a stain on it. Concept 8. Ubuntu. The last concept was the one Derek almost skipped, because find your purpose sounded like the kind of vague advice he'd rolled his eyes at in every other course. But this module didn't ask about purpose. It asked about a Southern African philosophy, roughly, I am, because we are. Your reasons for building any of this rarely hold up if they're only about you. Derek answered honestly. The cold shower, the earlier bedtime, none of it was really about him. It was so he'd stop being the version of himself that snapped at people he cared about when he was exhausted and undisciplined. Once he wrote that down, the habit stopped being self-improvement and started being evidence he was becoming easier to live with, for the people actually around him. Chapter 5. So was it worth $500? Here's Derek's honest answer, and mine after watching him go through it. The information in this course exists for free if you go looking for it across enough books, biology papers, and cultural anthropology. Hormesis, choice architecture, Wu Wei, Sisu, Nemawashi, Ma, Kintsugi, Ubuntu, none of it is proprietary. You could piece all 8 of these together yourself with a library card and about 40 hours of reading. What you're actually paying $500 for is the order. The course sequences these 8 concepts so each one solves the exact problem the last one creates. Hormesis gets the dose small enough to survive. Choice architecture removes the need for willpower. Wu Wei and Sisu get you through the bad weeks without either quitting or forcing. Nemawashi stops you from quitting out of impatience for visible proof. Ma keeps the system from snapping from overuse. Kintsugi stops one bad week from becoming a permanently broken year. And Ubuntu is the reason you keep showing up after the novelty wears off. That sequencing is the actual product, not the concepts themselves. Here are all 8 free right now, so you can decide for yourself if you need to pay for the packaging. 1. Hormesis. A dose small enough to survive still counts. 2. Choice architecture. Redesign the room, not your willpower. 3. Wu Wei. Don't add resistance to a weak that's already resisting. 4. Sisu. Shrink the habit before you kill it. 5. Nemawashi. The first weeks are invisible groundwork, not proof. 6. Ma. Build the pause into the plan on purpose. 7. Kintsugi. Leave the crack visible, it's part of the value. 8. Ubuntu. Your reason should reach past just you. 3 months in, Derek hasn't transformed into a different person. He still misses days. He still orders delivery too often. But he's kept the cold 30 seconds and the phone off the nightstand rule for 3 months, longer than he's kept any habit in the last 5 years, and it's quietly dragged 4 other habits along with it. If you want to spend $500 to have someone hand you this in a nice sequence with accountability built in, it's not a scam. It works if you actually do the reading. But if you're broke right now and can't justify it, you just got the entire framework for free in the last 12 minutes. So here's the actual challenge, the same one the course gave Derek. Pick one habit. The smallest dose of it you can imagine, small enough that skipping it would feel ridiculous. 5 seconds of cold water. 1 page. 1 evening a week with nothing scheduled. Do it for 14 days. Nothing else. Don't add a second habit. Don't try to fix your whole life this month. Comment below which one small dose you're starting tomorrow. I read these, and in 6 months I'll do a follow-up on whether Derek and you actually stuck with it. If this saved you $500, hit subscribe. It costs you nothing and it tells me to keep doing these breakdowns instead of just buying more courses so you don't have to. See you in the next one.